Laura is raising money for charity. She has a game with 2 sets of cards. 80 students are going to play Laura's game once. Each student takes at random 1 card from each set of cards, and they add the 2 numbers together to get a total score. Each student pays 70p to play the game. Laura pays £3 to any student getting a total score of 9. Show that Laura can expect to make a profit of £20. Okay, so let's work out the probability of scoring 9. What's the chances of somebody actually winning this game? So how could they get a 9? Well, we can see they could get a 1 and an 8. That would work. They could, now if they get a 3 on the first card, that wouldn't help them. If they got a 5 on the first card, again, that wouldn't help them. There's nothing there that they can... Well, no, actually they could. They can get a 5 and a 4, couldn't they? So that would add to 9. If they got a 6 on the first cards, then, yeah, there's no 3 over here. So if they get a 6 there, they're not going to win. If they got a 7 on the first card, then they got a 2 on the second card, and that would win. So these are their 3 chances of winning. Let's work out the probability of each of those happening. So the probability of getting a 1 first is just 1 out of 5. There's 1 chance of getting a 1, 5 cards in total, so 1 out of 5. Multiplied by 1 out of 4, because there's 1 chance of getting an 8 out of 4 cards. So the probability of getting a 1 and then an 8 is 1 out of 20. And actually the probability of 5 and a 4 is going to be exactly the same, because again you've got 1 chance of getting a 5 out of 5 and you've got 1 chance of getting a 4 out of 4, so that's going to be the same. And finally 7 and a 2 as well is going to be exactly the same. So overall then, adding those together, there is a 3 out of 20 chance of winning. So 3 out of every 20 games, somebody's going to win on average. So if there were 80 students playing the game, so 80 students would expect to win. Well, if there's 3 out of 20 going to win, then out of 80, that's going to be 12 out of 80, because there's 4 times as many games being played. So 4 times as many games being played, you'd expect 4 times as many wins. So you'd expect 12 wins. 12 wins corresponds to Laura paying out £36. So it means Laura pays £36. So we know how much she has to pay out, but how much money does she actually get? Well, remember that 80 students are playing the game and they each pay 70p each. So 80 students pay £0.7 each. So that's 80 times 0.7, which is £56. So Laura's profit is how much money she took in, which is £56. Take away how much money she thinks she's going to have to pay out, which is £36. And there we go, we can see her profit is £20, which is what we needed to show.